All right. Anybody wants more time to write? Okay, I hope nobody's responding. So I hope you have finished doing that. Right. So we are going to the next stanza. All right. So yeah, one is telling that they don't understand the second point. So remember the first point was, first point means let me show you that again if you can't change your mind. Okay, so here can you all see the screen? Can somebody answer me? Can you all see the screen? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. So the second one is now the first one is he wants to have a being in this birth. Being in this birth, he wants to have a religious epiphany, an illumination of his soul, a realization for his soul to have a kind of have true feelings, true faith to God, right? And the second one is maybe this making process means he wants to remake him to go to the salvation. So the Christian idea of salvation means death, going for death, right? So going for death means going for heaven. For him, it may be going for heaven. So he is asking from the God to take him to heaven, right? Because the earthly life, being on the earth as an ordinary fellow, seems to be like maybe it is somewhat suffering. It is a continuous suffering to me. So maybe the reason is that, right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So the last two lines I need to focus your attention here also. Here somebody has asked me earlier what is the parallel or something. So we can see paradox here. See that I may rise and overthrow. So rising means standing up in a better, in a positive manner. But overthrowing is something opposite. You can see the paradox there, right? The paradox is there. So yeah, and the next line you can find your force to break, blow, and burn. To break, blow, and burn. So you can see the alliteration there, and burr sound. Burr sound has been repeated. Break, blow, burn. So burr sound emphasizes the violence and the tension. And with blow, you have onomatopoeia there. You have onomatopoeia, and that also enhances the sound effect. Enhances the sound effect. Right. But then, and in this stanza, we also feel that the poet has created different aspects of God. The image of the God has been created in different aspects. The first one is The warrior's image, battle and overthrow. The words overthrow, battery. With these words, the warrior's image, a person who is in a battle, and who is actually in warfare, in a battlefield, right? The words are there, and it creates the lover's image. Throughout the poem, we can see these three images. I'm just focusing on this stanza. So with this, you can see the breathe, shine, mending, all these soft words go with love. So the lover's image has been created, and the blacksmith's image, or a tinkler's image, has been created by breaking, blowing, burning. Right? Now, you know, the blacksmith is mending things by breaking, blowing, and burning them in a furnace, all these things. So three images have been taken out there. So that is something, another importance in this stanza. Right. Okay. Yeah. Now let me go to the second stanza. Okay. Right. So I, like an usurped town, usurped town. So usurped town means what? What is the meaning of usurped? Can somebody tell me what is the meaning there? It is a captivated town, captivated or captured by, or say the power from somebody else. So it may be captured, and you can there also you can see there is a bow imagery has been used, captured. Yeah, and can somebody tell me the technique lies here? There's a technique. Yeah, there's a simile. Good. So there lies a simile here. Yeah, and what is the significance of this simile? So he's telling here, I am like a captured town. So he compares himself to a town which is captured, So his heart has been captured by somebody. Right? And yeah, and he tells to another due. This is again important. Another due. This simile is there. We write it. Compares himself to a captured town. And the other significance here is another dew. Now this, who is this another? So he tells he has been captured by someone he cannot understand. This someone is, he cannot just understand who is this someone. So this suggests that he belongs to he's like a town who belongs to someone else. He belongs to someone. Yes. So another dew. So someone. He never mentioned. He never directly mentioned that who is this someone, right? But we can guess that it may be the devil. Yeah, though he never. Probably he may be the devil. And the other important thing here is actually the poet is asking God. The poet is asking God to see who is this one. Yeah, the poet is asking, like, he never directly mentions who is this someone, but he wants the God to know who is this someone who is actually captured. So that's why he's asking, please, please act or attack me violently and chase away the devil or the whatever someone, whoever someone has been captured, has captured me. No, we can't say, there's a question like, in first four lines, what's the image created by Donne? As in the second four lines, compared himself to a captured town. Okay, yeah. And in the first four lines, we find there are he has been compared himself to a fortress actually. That's why he's asking his heart as a, he compares his heart as a fortress door and asking the god to ram it and to break it, to hit it repeatedly, to have force on it, right? So in the first four lines, we can consider that he has compared himself, he has compared his heart to a fortress door and himself to a fortress. And in the second four lines, we find that he has been compared to a captured town. Well, then, yeah. So the second line is also important because you can see labor to admit you, but oh, to no end. So this line is very significant because this is the only line, this is the only phrase that the poet has used to express his true feelings. Otherwise, he never tells that he is in a great confusion. I need you to. He never tells that I'm in a great confusion and I need to have faith on you. He never directly tells his confusion, his disturbance in his mind. But this is the only time he tells this exclamation. Oh, exposes his true self, exposes his true confusion that he undergoes. All right, so they write it here. The only moment of truly honest self frustration. His frustration in mind has been directly given out. This is the only point. Otherwise, he never laments or pleads. Now here he tells like now he's telling the woe is me. WOE, woe is me. I'm the greatest sadness. I'm having a great distress or something like that. Right. So, and the other thing you need to remember is now here the poet is also creating a battle image, like a conquered town. We get the image of a conquered town. The visual imagery has been drawn. Visual image, like a battlefield where a whole town has been conquered by an army. We don't know the army. We guess that it's the devil's army. And the word to no end, that is also signifies something. To no end. He tells that I'm a captured town, and another view signifies I have been captured by someone, but I cannot actually understand who is this someone. But probably it may be the devil. And labor to admit you. So that is dragging me away to admit you, to have faith on you. That force, whatever the force, that someone is dragging me away from you. Right? But oh, to no end. But there's no significance. But there's no significance. No end. No end signifies that there's no significance. That means he's telling that he cannot make his mind on his own because someone is deviating him from the God. Now here actually no significance means I think you can understand that he tells now if somebody is taking us away or dragging us away from or changing us into another path, that should be a better path, right? But he tells that though this someone is dragging me away by capturing out, sometimes when another army is capturing our town, sometimes that may be that probably it may be something good, something better than the present state. But the point is here telling, I have been captured by somebody, but there is no positive thing, no positivity there, no and no significance. Uh, does it mean the town grabbed by someone who has no right to it? Not actually. He has not. No, he has, however, done it. No. So the poet is telling that now. Now, usually, if we have been captured, now just think about a town. Just think about an area that has been captured by an army, conquered by an army, and then the life is changed. Right, the life of the people in that town are changed, but that conquering may be changing like that. Sometimes this conquering may be changing in a positive manner. But the poet is telling, I have been conquered by somebody, and that someone has dragged me away from you, away from the fate of the god, but there's no significant effect. The person who has captured me didn't give me any significant effect to my life. There's no there's no force given by him to me to be better, to remake or to mend me a better figure, right? So that is what the poet is telling. Maybe he's telling that the person who has captured me has no right to do it. But however, he has done it. And the thing is, though he has done it, he cannot have a very severe effect on him, a significant effect on him. It's everlasting conflict. Yeah. Yeah. It may be the everlasting conflict between evil or the devil and the God. Yeah. And actually, not actually the God is having the conflict with the devil. The people, the ordinary people, the human beings are having a conflict, having a very like a commotion. It's a battle to what to choose, God or the devil. That is what throughout the life, the people, the human beings are in a struggle to select, searching the better side. So this person feels, the poet feels that he has been dragged off by some force from the God. So he thinks that the God can give him a better life. God can remake him to a better man. So that's why he is asking from the God to keep me with you, drag me again to you. So his fervent desire to have faith on God is given here, right? Okay. Right. Then reason, your voicery in me, your voicery in me should defend, me should defend, but is captivated, and proves weak or untrue. Proves weak or untrue. Reason, your viceroy in me. So your viceroy means a governor. See the yes, unusual things used by the god. Sorry, the poet. Okay, so he tells the governor. Viceroy means a governor. Or maybe a representative of a monarch. So, well, yeah. So he's telling that the viceroy in me, maybe it is the thinking, the force that keeps this person attached to God. So that has been compared to the viceroy. Yeah. So your viceroy in me should defend. So the person which is supposed to rule my mind, or maybe the logical thinking is here referring to the logical thinking in his mind, right? The logical thinking in his mind, which is supposed to rule my mind to make me attached to you. Yeah. So when you're away, that someone has defended me, right? That someone has attacked me and captured me. So your away is also supposed to defend me, and against attacks on my religious faith. Now this someone has attacked my religious faith on you. So instead, my logical thinking is held captivated by enemy forces. So this enemy forces may be the devil, who is dragging him away from the faith for God. So then he tells, but if captivated and proves weak or untrue. Now this idea runs, I told you now in the about 2 lines as well, that the someone who has captured him and dragged him away from the God were unable to add any significant force on him to be a better person, right? So he's telling, so again this idea runs here, your viceroy in me should defend. Now the person, or the viceroy means maybe the thinking or the faith, the governor may be the faith in the poet towards God. So the governor, the viceroy in me, which is attaching me to you, was defended by some other force, was captivated. But the same force which was dragging me from you, have proven that it is weak and untrue. That's why I need to be attached to you again. That is the idea given there. So, and the other thing is, you can say this, that the person or the faith that I have in my mind for you has been defeated by that captivated force and made my faith feeble and untrue. You can take both. idea given here is that, but we go to the in-depth, we can see he is indirectly telling that the force which was attacked me, which have been attacked me, is also weak to attack me in a better manner, to uh, make my change in a significant manner, right? Okay. So here, yeah, this is weak and untrue. Words such as speaker is having trouble. His faith in God. Yeah. So he tells in another way, if we interpret this in another way, he tells that the God has given him some faith. He has given him some a reason to avoid this evilness, avoid evilness. But now it is in a feeble state. He cannot stand against the person, against this someone, or the force which has dragged him away from him. Right. So, and there are some techniques also. So, visory here, you can say that is again personification is there. So, what is actually personified here? His mind, his faith towards God, his maybe his logical thinking, his local. He's telling it as the local ruler. Local ruler means the ruler within his heart. So that's personification. Faithful mind, maybe the faithful mind, or the logical thinking. So he's telling it as the local ruler. The local ruler, the person, the force which is in me, which is within me. Yeah. So it's like it's giving a kind of an emotional pull that he's telling that there is a kind of an emotional pull which has taken him uh, away from the God. So the captivate, that emotional pull actually has been captivated him and now dragging him towards some evilness. All right, so we'll go to the next stanza. Hope you have finished right.